Bueno chicos, aquí estamos de nuevo en el canal, estamos aquí en un vídeo especial y bueno, como vemos vamos a ver el Developer Direct de 2024 de Xbox que lo dieron eh, el día 18 de enero, ¿vale? Y vamos a reaccionar, ¿vale? No sé si lo colgaré hoy o mañana, ya veremos porque tarda bastante en subirse en calidad en la calidad correcta, ¿vale? Entonces a lo mejor no es hoy, a lo mejor es mañana, ¿vale? Pero bueno, lo importante es que lo vamos a ver y vamos a comentar un poco así por encima y bueno, y tenemos varios, como veis arriba en la pestaña tenemos varios vídeos y bueno, vale. Bueno, pues vamos a por ello. Vale, pues aquí tenemos la imagen de lo que es el vídeo, ¿vale? Tenemos una información de Oxide, que es el ARA, ¿vale? Que es este de aquí. Pues tenemos el de Obsidian, que es la WoW, ¿vale? Que no me salía el nombre ahora. Después tenemos Ninja Theory, que es con Hellblade 2. Y tenemos a Machine Games, que es Bethesda, con Indiana Jones, ¿vale? O sea que vamos para allá. Dura 48 minutos, pero bueno, le vamos a dar. Bueno, este por ejemplo lo vamos a saltar un poquito más así, porque es más, digamos, menos importante. O sea que está muy bien, pero bueno, nos vamos a centrar en estos cuatro de aquí, o en estos tres que diga, ¿vale? Más. Pero bueno, vamos para allá. Primero empezamos por Abubuel.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the Living Lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the Living Lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other.
Está diciendo que han
It's
hecho una
colorful,
mezcla
it's
entre todos
vibrant,
sus
it's
juegos.
strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG.
Espadas.
Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, Our team's overarching goal is to
Y bueno, aquí
empower
ya
you
empiezan
with
a hablar, pues
choice.
bueno,
So
este
we
es
developed a flexible combat
el
system
director
that
de
allows you
lo
to
que es
quickly swap from
el gameplay
spellcasting and
de
sharpshooting
acción,
to melee combat. We want to
de
give you
combate.
the freedom to mix and match your loadout
Tenemos
to
la
fit the way you
varita
want to
con
play
los
from moment to
hechizos,
moment, uninterrupted. For
la
all battles,
espada,
you can combine a
escudo,
variety of weapons,
espada
attacks, and abilities
con
for tactical
pistola,
advantages against a
escudo con
wide
varita,
range
o
of
sea,
enemy types.
un montón
It's not just
de
hacking and slashing.
combinaciones, la
You're
verdad.
making real-time decisions about when to use your
Bastante bien.
abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
Y ataques especiales.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize or their
Luego
healing
hay
capabilities will put you
enemigos,
in a tough spot.
unos que son más
To help with the
fuertes,
different
otros son
encounters you will face,
más
we
débiles.
provide customizable loadouts
Y
that can be
tenemos
quickly
hachas,
switched during combat.
pistolas, escudos,
That means
arcos,
you can play however you want.
y podemos
Equip
jugar
a sword
como
and
queramos.
shield and charge into
Eso está
battle.
muy bien, la verdad que sí.
Dual-wield pistols and
Y
control the
cada uno
encounter
pues
mid-range.
elige.
Or even dual-wield wands to
También
feel like a
tenemos-
gunslinging mage.
Tenemos
You could
garrotes
use your enchanted
mágicos.
wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult
Como
decisions
diferentes
with
regiones.
profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the
Desde
third region you'll explore on
asentamientos,
your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who,
cuerpos
if
con
anyone, is at
cosas.
fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri.
Aquí nos dice que también tenemos, pues eso, podemos ayudar a la
training with
gente,
Captain Ruiki,
podemos
trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words,
que nos den
you're a gang of
información para
vigilantes.
una misión secundaria o tal y cual, toma de decisiones, también está muy bien,
Take my badge. Take
eso a mí me
everyone's.
encanta.
Our families deserve to know
Y
we
bueno, a
fought
ver,
and died for them.
los gráficos son
Making
de
the right
ellos,
choice
vale,
isn't always what it seems.
la gente
We
puede decir lo
embrace
que quiera,
more
pero
nuance
está
and
muy
gray
bien
areas,
hecho,
trusting
la verdad.
players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
Pues,
My
toma de
squad and I
decisiones.
rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips, separated from everyone else. Of course, I was a dumb baby. Sui.
Itself is a
Bueno,
conflux of
un poquito más.
storied landscapes.
Mira,
All of the
diferentes
regions have
tipos
a
de
lot of special
regiones.
things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp,
Que vemos
you might
una
notice
especie de
off in the distance
desierto.
a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute,
Tipo rocoso,
muted tones
tipo-
of a wasteland of
Está muy
sand
bien.
and marching in towards a beautiful oasis,
Vamos aquí a un
there's the
lago,
opportunity there for
el agua se ve
life,
muy bien.
for adventure, and even a little danger.
y aquí vemos
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
y se va a lanzar en otoño, como nos ha dicho. Este yo creo que será para, digamos, para septiembre, octubre. Ahí vemos la carátula, o tiene pinta de que sea la carátula. Y tenemos para otoño del 2024 para Xbox, Series, PC y Game Pass, sobre todo. Es lo más importante. O sea, un juegaco para el Game Pass. Vale. Y ahora vamos con Ninja.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
You see how strong you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and
Aquí
voices.
tenemos a la actriz
While the
de
Furies are still her
Hellblade 2.
constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject
Y
it.
vemos
Little by
que es
little,
brutal, que es una pasada.
this settlement.
Este va a ser un juegaco, o sea, el primero ya es una pasada. Si no lo habéis jugado, lo tenéis que jugar, una maravilla. Y era un estudio muy pequeño, pero hizo una maravilla. Y este, bueno, este ya pues...
In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more
Lo vamos a dejar un
elements on
poco
top.
más porque este, la verdad que es bastante guay lo que dice. Bueno, te explica un poco todo lo que es, ¿no?
Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Es que mira cómo se ve, chicos. Es que es una maravilla.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people
Aquí dice
with lived
que bueno,
experience
que la
of
personaje
psychosis.
sufre psicosis y que para ello pues han estado en contacto con un profesor de Universidad de Cambridge para saber más de lo que es la enfermedad que tiene Senua, que es la psicosis, y para hacerlo lo más real posible. Aquí vemos ahí que se ve genial.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time
La
planning
toma de
the motion
movimientos,
capture
que es que
shoots,
se nota que se
thinking
han
of
gastado,
what events would be
la
good
pasta,
to bring into this
pero
fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight?
es alucinante.
We have all new combat for the sequel.
El combate mejorado, porque en el primero pues el combate era lo digamos peor del juego. Estaba bastante limitado, pero en este ha mejorado bastante.
Senua isn't a superhero.
Como estáis
She's
viendo,
fighting for survival, and we want the player to
bastante
feel her
bestia,
struggle
bastante
in every
sangriento.
step of her journey. We want the player to
Está
always
muy
feel
bien.
like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story.
Parece un documental, tío.
We were lucky enough
Mira, esto
to
es lo
do a few
de
reference
real,
gathering trips
donde
in
han grabado
Iceland.
todo.
You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible.
A ver, claro que se nota, ¿no?
And
Pero
you see a scene or you see a small section of the
ves
game
el
and you're
juego
like,
y la realidad y
yeah,
dices...
that works, that's amazing.
Madre mía. Es que mira cómo se ve.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio,
el
which
tema de
provides a good
del audio
representation of this type of auditory hallucinations.
va a ser importante. Está diciendo, bueno, que el audio está muy bien y que será perfecto para los auriculares, que os lo recomiendo que juguéis a este juego, bueno, a los dos juegos, al primero y al segundo, que lo juguéis con auriculares lo mejor posible, ¿vale? De la calidad más alta posible, porque la verdad que es una experiencia muy buena con el tema de las voces y lo que es todo, la verdad que
Music is a
mira,
strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is
todo esto está muy bien que lo hagan, no como hace Sony, por ejemplo, que te pone lo que es el tráiler o lo que sea y ya está. Esto está muy bien porque sabes lo que hay detrás, sabes el trabajo que están haciendo, sabes todos esos aparatos valen una pasta, todo es una manera de decir, mira, hemos puesto todo y más ahí para que sea lo mejor posible. Claro, después te das cuenta de que el resultado es maravilloso, pero que hay un trabajo detrás y hay una gente que es maravillosa en su trabajo y que dices, madre mía, ¿sabes? Eso está bien y la compañía lo hace bien porque le da un protagonismo, ¿no?, a ellos, que son los que hacen estas cosas que son tan espectaculares y la verdad que sí. Cuidan muy bien lo que es a los trabajadores porque se lo merecen, la verdad que se lo merecen. Y dan la fecha, el 21 de mayo, que está muy bien, antes de verano. O sea, está perfecto, ¿vale? Xbox Series, PC y Game Pass. Otro que va al Game Pass, que bueno, estos todos van a ir a Game Pass, ¿vale? Los que son de Microsoft van todos directamente a Game Pass. Pues nada, la verdad que tengo muchas ganas de este. Cuando salga, vamos, tardaremos entre poco y nada en colgarlo en el canal porque la verdad es que es maravilloso. Bueno, la verdad que es un equipazo y la verdad que han mejorado bastante. Claro, le han metido mucho dinero y mucha gente también nueva, de mucha calidad, y se han ayudado entre estudios también, Y aquí tenemos la sorpresa que decían, ¿vale? Y es de Square Enix, ¿vale? Como vemos.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix.
Es una de las series más icónicas. Llevan 30 años y es el Mana.
17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、
vemos aquí el arte conceptual y todo esto. Aquí vemos todos los juegos que han sacado.
本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
Pues es una mezcla entre pues eso, espadas
シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Y bueno. No está mal.
今回これらのおなじみのに
Vamos a ir un poco más rápido.
I'm Koichi Shi from Gretz. I'm to Xbox は私のものもビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から、自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が立るかにモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目しています。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、
que viene a
Xbox.
Y tenemos la montura, que está muy guapa, que es el zorrillo, este grande, es bastante majo.
新たな動物でヨークシャテリア、特徴をデザイナーにもアイデアを出しても見え。
もう一つの挑戦は気が感じてもらえると思います。曲という大ボリュームの制作に、その探索からバックをドームがバトルに入っ。
La verdad que está muy bien.
聖剣伝説魔法での攻撃の特徴として、聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリの伝説チームのみんなが
シリーズとして本存在楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Y lo tendremos este verano. Yo diría que será para junio, más o menos. Muy bien, muy bien. Pues tenemos el de Oxide, que lo vamos a pasar un poquito rápido porque, bueno, personalmente él es el que menos importancia le doy.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience. We came. Our History Untold is the game innovative in a genre like Civilization 5. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office. These are all things that we purchased in order to... It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
Give players the power
Lo
to
que pasa que es un
experiment and make
come
meaningful
horas
strategic choices while still having agency
exagerado
over their
porque
playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more and different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just as what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for
Reflects the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thought to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance.
Bueno, muy... Mira, lo ves aquí.
And there are no set victory conditions. The choice is theirs.
Aquí vemos aquí hasta robots y todo, ¿sabes?
Scientific advancement. The choice is theirs. In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. While
Triumphs are our collection of incredible... They're hard to build.
Often in the 4X tools that you need, and Triumph...
Natural resource and even manufactures all...
On taking turns and react... This...
We're making Ara 4.
Player feedback. In the
first you make a change. More recent feedback that I think we...
And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't...
Support the game.
We can't...
Y será para otoño también. Y para PC Game Pass. Este es de PC solo, de momento. Muy bien. Y ahora vamos a por lo importante. Indiana Jones.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they've just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Y bueno, aquí nos ponen el tráiler, ¿vale? Pero yo lo tengo aquí preparado en español, ¿vale? Es lo mismo, pero en español, ¿vale? O sea que tengo aquí preparado para verlo y entenderlo también. Para los que no sepamos inglés, pues aquí lo tenéis.
Le voy a explicar yo sus carencias, Dr. Jones. Mientras se entretenía con su jueguito absurdo, yo se la he jugado. Se pregunta si no debió hacer algo de provecho con su vida. Así no habría terminado aquí, muerto y olvidado en las arenas de África. Mitos. Historia. Son formas distintas de entender el pasado. Milenios de ideas y creencias humanas diseminadas y sepultadas. Aguardando a que las hallen.
No puedes limitarte a huir de los problemas, Indiana.
Mírame. A lo largo de la historia, la humanidad ha construido enclaves de mucho valor espiritual. Si tomas una línea y unes todos estos yacimientos, te queda un círculo perfecto. Yo me las he visto con estos tipos. Créeme. No será coser y cantar.
Vale, pues, a ver si puedes seguirme.
¿Cómo que si puedo seguirte? Patrón de los ángeles caídos. Protector del Circulus Magnus. El gran círculo. ¿Tienes idea de lo antiguo que era eso?
Pues nada, chicos, ¿qué os ha parecido? Está muy bien. Y ahora lo vamos a ver aquí otra vez en inglés, pero bueno, lo vamos a comentar un poquito, ¿vale? Que quería que, sin comentar nada, pues que disfrutarais del tráiler en español. Que está muy chulo, la verdad es que una maravilla.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones.
Aquí vemos a los nazis.
I was playing you. You're wondering.
Y la verdad que el detalle de poner el personaje original, que es Harrison Ford, la verdad que está muy bien. Se han acertado muy bien. Es que... con Lucasfilm, que es... y todo.
History.
Ah, que está muy bien hecho.
Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
El látigo en la polla.
Watch me.
El típico sonido de el grito.
Mankind has built sites
Está muy bien.
Great spiritual significance.
Y lo que es gráficamente es la
If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Se ve que vamos a ir por todos sitios, hay en las ciudades, en el desierto, en Egipto.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Hay nieve, trampas, diferentes enemigos. Aquí
patron of the fallen angels, protector of the Chukwuemani, the Great Circle.
La verdad que para los fans de Indiana Jones, que esto es una maravilla.
You have any idea how old that was?
Muy bien, muy chulo.
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
¿Sabes? Y ahí se nota que el cariño con que está hecho todo, la ambientación, todo el tema de movimientos, como estamos viendo la lucha, es que recuerda mucho a las películas, es que el tema de lo que está diciendo ahora, el tema de primera persona nos da esa sensación de que somos Indiana Jones, que eso está muy bien. Y después tenemos pues, unas partes de que nos da para verlo entero, ¿no? Con su sombrero.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a boom and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Leave me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most
que dicen que van a ser bastante complicadetes,
o
sea que no va a ser...
first.
Si esperáis un
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily
overcome que era super fácil
taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve the problem.
We always want to be offering more
aquí te vas a romper un poco la cabeza hasta que lo
observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage.
Y aquí vemos aquí
or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
El látigo es muy útil.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
Banda sonora es impresionante.
John Williams is the original composer for the Indy films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Howe, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score.
Y que bueno, dicen que va a haber pues bueno, tesoros pequeñitos que van a ser como secundarios.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fight? What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every Indy adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purpose as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
La verdad que es una maravilla. Increíble. Y bueno, lo tenemos aquí para Xbox Series, PC y Game Pass 2024, que yo creo que este será para finales de noviembre, diciembre más o menos. Este va a ser, digamos, el juego... El mejor juego de este año de Xbox. Bueno, el más, digamos, el más ambicioso, el más, como lo quieras llamar, ¿no? El año pasado fue Starfield. Y este, pues bueno. Y este va a ser Indiana Jones. bueno, dándole un poco permiso a Hellblade 2, porque es que este año se juntan ahí dos, el Hellblade 2 y el Indiana Jones, se juntan ahí, bueno, por eso lo han separado. Este va a ser o sea, Hellblade va a ser el primero, ¿vale? Digamos, que es para mayo. Y el último va a ser Indiana Jones, porque es que estos dos no se pueden juntar, la verdad. Y bueno, pues ya está, pues ya estaría. La verdad que está muy bien. Y bueno, esto es un detalle también que nos han puesto en el día de hoy, que es día 19, ¿vale? Que tenemos aquí un nuevo juego que han puesto en el Game Pass, ¿vale? Que es el Palworld, ¿vale? Que es como un early access, digamos. No está hecho del todo, ¿vale? Pero nos han puesto para que podamos jugar ya desde el día de hoy, ¿vale? Día 19. Digo la fecha porque no sé si lo colgaré hoy, si dará tiempo o no, ¿vale? Entonces, pero bueno, lo vamos a ver, que dura 3 minutitos. Y a ver qué os parece. Este es el juego que es como una especie de entre Pokémon y Ark, ¿vale? La verdad que está muy bien. Qué guay. Pues ahí hacerte tu base y todo. Hacerlo como monturas, como volador también. Qué guapo. Creo que está bastante bien. Lo han estado jugando a un streamer, porque le han dado un código antes y se ve que está bastante bien. Y como ves, pues ya está en Xbox Game Pass. Pues muy bien. Pues eso ya lo tenéis. Ya lo tenéis en lo que es en el Game Pass, o sea que ya lo podemos descargar. No sé cuánto ocupa, pero bueno. Y bueno, pues nada. Pues hasta aquí el vídeo de hoy. Espero que os haya gustado. Bueno, hemos tardado 50 minutillos. Bueno, está bien. Y nada, es un vídeo especial. Espero que os haya gustado. Y nada, si os ha gustado, dadle like y suscribíos para más contenido como este y mucho más. Y bueno, y como siempre, un saludo y hasta la próxima. Adiós.